Okay, well, let's just kind of see. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. She's pretty stiff, 31. I can pick up the front of the bike. With 1,500 watts of peak power, 90 Newton meters of torque, and a top speed, when unlocked, of 32 miles per hour, should the Hovsco GTRS be on your electric bike shopping list? Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike. That's what we're going to find out today as we take it out of the box, put it together, take it for a spin, and then like we always do, we're going to grade it on fit, form, and function. Well, for the first time ever, I'm stopping right in the middle of the assembly because this thing is fighting me left and right. Yeah, I've had to bring out the power tools to drill the hole large enough for this bolt to go through. And if you look at it, this bracket right here, there's a bracket on this side and a bracket on that side. It is welded to the frame, and it's a really iffy weld job, okay? I hope it's great because these two brackets are what is holding this entire seat on. Okay, if the weld goes, the seat goes, and your history, you really are. So I've had to adapt this right here. So I've had to drill this hole larger so the bolt would actually go through. This one barely fit. You saw me kind of fight it right there. And then this doesn't even hold the wires. Somehow I got to figure out somewhere I can zip tie this so that it will actually hold the wires so they don't go flopping around. And this isn't even protected right here. This needs to go up in there somehow, somewhere. So I got to do some zip tying somewhere just to hold this out of the way. But yeah, so far I'm an hour into the process. It's been an hour. Yay. All right, just in time for Christmas, this GTRS is finally complete. Finally being the key word. Let's talk about the good stuff, all right? We have a 750 watt motor, 1,500 watts of peak power with 90 Newton meters of torque, and they say when you unlock it, this thing will go 32 miles an hour, which is what I told you in the intro. You have a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. You actually have two batteries. They sent me the one with two batteries, so this is gonna have an amazing range, almost 150 miles is what they tell me. 65-mile range with one battery, 150 with two batteries, 4 to 5 hour charge time on the batteries. This is an LCD display. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. We have a Shimano 7-speed gear system right there. We have a cadence sensor right down there for the pedals. This bike weighs 82 pounds. It will hold 450. 450 pounds is the max capacity. You have 20-inch by 4-inch tires right there. There is a Hovsco app, so you can kind of track your rides, and they say this will fit riders from 5'2" to 6'4". All right. As far as what you get in the box, you get a battery charger, you get lots of extra bolts and washers and everything. You get a little toolkit, user manual, and a little introductory brochure right there. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that I've never had more trouble assembling a bike, ever, and I've done 40 or 50. The way that these things attach, I don't like at all. And now there's no room to screw anything. You have to remove this to screw the last screw right in there. And the way they have these things attached, the whole seat is attached with 2 brackets here, and there's a little bracket here with some iffy welds right there as well. So you will need some extra tools. I had to get my drill and a big hole expander. I had to get a hammer to get this thing, and all the bolts were loose. It's just when you have these little welded pieces and they're supposed to align with holes that are here, if somebody's having a bad day or they miss or they sneeze or something, it's not gonna match up, and it didn't match up. So I had to really work. I had to work on a lot of this bike to get it all ready to go. So here we go. We do have an activation tutorial, and we can unlock the bike speed limit right here with the app. Let's see what happens when I give her some power. Is it even on? Let's just see here. No, here we go. Turn this one on. We have 2 batteries on, and here we go. Come on now. Look at that. That's what it looks like. And I can take this off. Here we go. That's what it looks like. Look how nice that is. That's really nice. Okay, so we'll put this right here so I can scan it later, which will be great. And there you go. It is fully charged. We already come in miles per hour. Pedal assist up to 5. I do kind of like the display. I will tell you that. I do kind of like that. You have keys here for the battery. We'll put those in the box. And you can adjust this. For some reason, they have you turn this upside down. I don't know why they had me do that. They could do this at the factory, and you don't have to do it, because without it, if you don't, this doesn't fit. The handlebars don't fit, but for some reason, they put this on upside down and then ask you to turn it over. Don't know why. Not necessary. Okay, so I'm going to spend some time on this after I cool off a little bit. And then we're going to come back and we will ride it together, and we'll talk about what it's like to ride in the power and what I think about it. It's a new day. We have a new attitude, and we're looking forward to this. Yes, the Hovsco HovGTRS Ultra. I mean, it's a good looking bike. I love the color of the saddle. It's a smaller bike, I'll tell you that. If you have kids, you know, middle school kids, high school kids, maybe some larger elementary school kids, this would be perfect for them. They would love this. You'd never see them again. You got a battery here, you got a battery here, 150 miles of range. They're history. And that, you know, that could be a good thing for a while. I was from the generation where we got kicked out of the house and you had to kind of stay out and make your own forage for food and everything else. Let's go in here. We have a 7-speed Shimano gear system right here. We have 1 through 5 pedal assist. So let's go to 1, 2. We're going to go to 3. This is my thumb drive. Okay, this is nice. Okay, well, let's just kind of see. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. She just tried to do that? I didn't want to do a wheelie, but she wanted to. You're kidding. Okay, that was, yeah, she's a little back heavy. Yeah, she wants to. I could do a wheelie on this thing if I wanted to. Oh my goodness. And I love how you can check the battery level right here, and it's also in your screen. So let's lean forward so we don't do wheelies. Oh my gosh. Well, that's 16 right there. We have a cadence sensor underneath us. I'm in 7th gear. Let's go down here. We'll shift. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, the gear system is, these Shimanos are always spot on. Let's do a brake check. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, you can see the suspension doing some work right there. Not the shortest distance for braking, but they're decent. Okay, and once again, this is a cadence sensor. So if I just if I just try to pedal, whether I'm pushing down or not, the bike's gonna kick in. But then if I, push down on the pedals more, it'll still kick in. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Let's go up. Pedal assist 4. You know what? I like the saddle. It is super nice. And there's enough room for 2 people. And you have those pegs back there for their feet. So if your son or daughter has a friend, they could take a friend out for a ride. Take them to school. Heck, you could take them to school in an electric bike and drop them off. And you wouldn't have to wait in line. You just pull right up on your Hovsco electric bike. They hop off the back. You just bike it home and you've beaten the crowd. Okay, this is, you know what this is, the suspension test. This is where I grade the bikes on their suspension. I do this for each and every bike. And I will say, this is a sport suspension. This isn't as cushy as other electric bikes. It seems to be purposely stiff. I mean, I think that's why they wanted it. I mean, this is, you know, you can take this off-roading if you want to. So it's not a it's not a Cadillac by any stretch of the means. It's not a Cadillac ride. It's a BMW ride. Those suspensions are a little more sporty, but it's very comfortable. It's very doable. Okay, well, that was really good. Okay, let's go to pedal assist 5. We're gonna max it out. This is torque hill. Anything above what? You know, yeah, 12 miles per hour is a passing grade. I'm thinking about going to 13. This says we're going 17 right now, 16. This is 90 Newton meters of torque, 750 watt power, 1500 watt peak power. I'm going 14 now. A little bit of a buzz coming through. We're staying right at 14 though. She's doing fine. Yeah, because this is a smaller bike, we have smaller tires. This is not gonna be a problem at all for it. And 90 Newton meters of torque is, you know, kind of an average. The fact that you have 2 batteries, this is gonna be a heavier than normal electric bike. Yeah, she was doing fine. She passed that with flying colors. Yeah, 2 batteries are gonna make it heavier, but, you know, if you want it to be lighter, you can take one off. Or if you wanna go 3, 4, 5, 6 times across town or to a different state, you got 150 miles of range if you're, you know, a 160-pound rider with the wind at your back and you're pedaling and all that kind of stuff. But the distance is there because of the 2 batteries. Okay, the motors are humming. The motor is humming. Well, I'm surprised. It's not bad at all. Here we go down here. We'll see how fast she goes. Hi. It is a beautiful day out here. All right. Now, you can max out. You know, at 32, you unlock it in the Hovsco app. I have not done that, so let's just kind of see what she'll do going down this hill. Some bikes will let you go way above if you're kind of going downhill. Other bikes won't. So we're at 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. She's pretty stiff. 31. Well, hello. Okay. That's not bad. Actually, the ride on this thing is good. It tracks straight. There's enough power to get up and down the hills. The brakes, they do bring it to a stop. They're not the best brakes, but they're good. You got that sport suspension, which I kind of like now. Let's do my turn signal. Look at the turn signal. If you hit this twice, you can, I hope you can see this. There's 2 lines right here that kind of blink, and then you hit it again and it goes off and the lines go back across the whole display. Let me show you on the right. If you hit the plus button, how do you do this here? There you go. Hit it twice, turn signals. Let's just see what they look like. Huh. Are there any in the back? No. Are there any in the front? No. Why do I have turn signals when they don't? Maybe they turned off. Here we go. Oh yeah, this blinks. Hopefully you can see that. I mean, it's in the sun right now. Can you see it? Let me see if I can. There it is, see? Oh, and it turns itself off. Oh, that's a first. Here we go. We'll watch this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 13, and it goes off. Could you see that? I hope you could. I like that. Okay, well, let's see in the front. What happens in the front? Nothing in the front, it's just in the back. Okay. But the fact that they cancel, that is nice. Okay. Ugh. That wasn't the most graceful mount. That was a little scary. But I feel like, look at this. I can pick up the front of the bike. That's a first. So if I want to do a wheelie, I could do a wheelie on this thing. That's, I don't know. That's the first time I've been able to do that on any bike at all. So take that as you want right there. Okay. Kids will love it though. The fact that they can pop a wheelie. That's what we used to say back in the day on our Stingray bikes with the sissy bar. You know, for a kid, this would be perfect. For an adult, I would want something a little bigger, a little softer, but for this, it's not an adult size. I think this is great for kids. This would really be good for kids. It looks like a little mini motorcycle. It's got a lot of get up and go. I'm just coasting now, 25, 24, 23. Okay. I think that this could almost use an extra gear. Shimano has an 8-speed gear system. They also have a 10 now, but this is a tried and true 7-speed, and it's working fine. And going up this hill, it's so easy. I can't speak highly enough about the saddle. It is long, it is comfortable. I don't like how it attaches though. So I keep kind of edging towards the front. But this is surprisingly fun. I mean, I like it. It's really interesting is a good word for it. So let's get her home. We're going to grade her on fit, form, and function. Let's grade the Hovsco HovGTRS Ultra on fit, form, and function. Yes, there are some big pluses and there are some big minuses. On the negative side, I've never had so much trouble putting a bike together. The way that the seat actually mounts to the frame right here, and there's 2 little things right here. I've never had to have power tools to make a bike work and come together, and putting it just wasn't fun putting this seat on. That was not fun. The fact that when you hit the gas, this comes off the ground, it's if you're ready for it, it's okay, but if you're not, or if you're a kid and you like to hit things fast, there could be some problems right here. All the weight on the bike is right back here. There's very little weight up here, and that's the problem. Other than that though, I kind of like it. I mean, I really do. But let's go ahead and get into the fit, the form, the function. Fit, the way that the bike was packaged, the way that it was protected, and the way that it was wrapped. I'm not going to do very well on this one. I'm going to give it a D because of the problems with the seat. There are some scratches on it from the way that it was packaged. They had this part of the bike right here all the way on the bottom of the box. So all the weight of the bike was kind of pushing down on this, and that's not good, okay? And I just had to fight a lot of the bike to put it together. So we're giving it a D for fit. Form, though, the way that it looks, it's a smaller bike. You got to take that into consideration. But look at this thing. I love the saddle. I love the color of this. This does look like a gas tank. You have 2 batteries. Some of the bar is just kind of basic. The handlebar right here, it's got this round 1-inch tube right here. This is different right here. At least it's not round, so that's good. You got a pretty good motor. They give you pegs if you want to have a second rider, which is great. You do have adjustable springs. Back here you got a full suspension, and everything does seem to work together. You have turn signals like I showed you on the back. So when it comes to form, we're going to give it a B. Function, the way that it was to ride, well, other than it wanting to pop a wheelie every time I hit the gas or hit the electricity, I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, with the range of 150 miles, heck yeah, this thing would be a perfect gift for a younger rider, for a smaller person. I think it would be a good holiday gift for them. So we're going to give it an actual A for function. Yeah, I think it's decent. You're only going to put it together once. You're going to hate it right after you put it together, but then once you ride it, you'll fall back in love with it again, and it will be perfect for you or for your son or for your daughter or whoever wants to ride it. I mean, you could be an adult and ride this. I'm 5'9", and it fit me just perfect. I mean, it's nice, and you can scoot back here, but when you go to the back, this is what's going to happen. Okay, when you hit the gas, this is what's going to happen. So I tended to ride it more towards here just to put a little bit more of the weight towards the front, and I was kind of leaning. So I have room back here for another rider, and they have pegs for their feet, which would be fun. So if you want to get this for your kids, or if you're younger and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, this might be something for you. Absolutely. When it comes to price, right now regular retail is $15.99. They do have it marked way down to $8.99, so you're going to save a ton of money. And for $8.99, it does seem to be a pretty good purchase. So there is some value there at, you know, $900. So yes, I would say check it out. We're going to have a link in the description box below. Please follow the link. It's going to give you more information about this. You can order one and you're going to try it out for yourself, or you can give it to someone for a birthday gift, for a holiday gift, who knows what. And they're going to like it. They really are. A big thanks to everybody from Hovsco for sending this to me. It is the HOV GTRS Ultra, and it can be yours for less than $900. All right, we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.